Hi guys, this is Sandra here, and today I'm gonna show you how to recreate this really easy glowy look for spring. It's really simple. It doesn't really take more than 10-15 minutes, and I hope you like it and you're gonna stick to the end of this video. Now let's hop into the video and get ready for no makeup Sandra in 3, 2, 1 now. So when I do makeup, I like to start with my eyes. So today we're gonna start with the Urban Decay primer potion called Classic, but instead of the usual general nude color, I'm gonna go in with Sin, which is still a really nude color, but it's the sparkly version of it. I haven't used it in a long time, but I thought because today I'm gonna go with a sparkly eyelid, it's time to bust it out. Oh yeah, I should have got this out a long time ago, but I'm so concentrating on using up Eden at the moment that I sort of forgot about every other eyeshadow primer that I have in my drawers. This will be perfect for today's look, and you can make this more intense by just layering it up. If you look on my hand, can you see that? Oh yeah, there we go. It is really intense, but I just want a lighter layer of this as a base, and then I'm gonna go in with my The Balm Nude Tude palette, and I'm gonna go in with Sultry, which is that shade that I repressed before. So I'm gonna go in with Sultry in the crease. Blend a little bit of that, not too much, because I want to keep this look mostly fresh. But I'm just going to go in with a little bit of Sultry in the crease. Like so, nothing more. You can see it makes a little bit of difference, nothing too much. Oh, maybe let me zoom you in, do the same in the other eye. Oh, I feel like I use a little bit more on this side. So, if you make a mistake like I do, it's okay. Just roll with it. Just take a clean fluffy brush. It's actually not clean. Just take a clean fluffy brush and go over it. Just blend it away. Done. As a next step, I'm going to take another fluffy brush, and this time go into the shade Standoffish, which is this champagne-y glowy colour, and I'm just gonna dust it on my eyelids. Now the reason why I'm gonna do that is because I still want quite a fresh look. I don't want to pack on too much colour, so to diffuse that, a fluffy brush is perfect. So I just want to set basically that eyeshadow primer with it, rather than giving it loads of colour. And with this, the eyes are almost done. What I'm just gonna do to give them a bit more definition, I'm gonna line them with a dark brown color. I don't want a black because that's really harsh, and again I want this look to be quite fresh, so I'm gonna go in with that really dark color there called Sleek, and a little angled brush, and I'm just gonna put a bit of Sleek on it and basically just stamp it along my lash line. I don't want anything really harsh or strong there, not with this look. And you can see between the two eyes that even though I haven't done anything, you know, really strong, there's a lot more definition on this eye than on that one, and that's all I wanted. So I'm going to repeat the same on the other side. Now that the eyes are done, we can move on to the rest of the face. So I'm going to start by priming my face. Before I came on camera, I already did my moisturizer and the whole skincare routine, so now I can really move on just to primer, which is the Smashbox primerizer today. This is a hydrating primer that I really have been liking lately, especially because I've been sick and my skin has been really dry. So this just helps with giving a bit of life back to it. And I'm just massaging it all over. I'm also gonna pop on some lip balm quickly. Whoops, got it. As the next step, I just want to bring some glowiness to my skin. So I'm gonna use my NARS Illuminator in the shade Hot Sand. I really like this. As you can see, I've used a fair bit of this before. Oh, I never realized I used up this much of it. Well, I clearly did. I'm gonna pop a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna take a geofiber brush, pick it up with the brush, and just blend it into my skin. And you can already see that this side of my face has a bit of shine to it, whereas that one is a bit more dull. Not too much, I don't want anything too intense, but I just feel like it brings a nice little glow to it. After we are done with that, we're gonna go in with the foundation. And the foundation I'm using today is the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder foundation. How many times can I say foundation? Drink every time I do. And you're gonna get drunk in a minute. So I'm using the shade Too Fair. This is one of my favorite foundations other than the Becca Skin Love. I think I'm currently on tube number 3 or number 4. Anyway, I've used up my fair share of tubes of this, and I really like it. It gives me a little bit of coverage, nothing too much. So I might have to go in on that mountain of a pimple there with a concealer, but that's okay. I personally prefer lighter coverage foundations and not conceal. I don't like anything really heavy on my skin, but this still gives enough coverage. As you can see, it does diffuse sort of any imperfection or tiny bit of redness I might have. Now you can apply this with a beauty blender as well, whatever you prefer. And the reason why I chose this foundation today, because it still has a bit of glow to it. It's not a matte finish, and because it's such a nice sunny weather outside today, I wanted something nice, fresh and glowy, and this foundation was perfect. I'm gonna go in then with 2 concealers. The first one will be the collection Lasting Perfection, iconic for a reason, and I just recently realized that they are cruelty free, which I never knew before. Really happy. I'm gonna use this one under my eyes, and because my skin has been going a bit crazy lately and I have all these hormonal breakouts in the chin area, I'm gonna also go in with something a bit more heavy duty, which is my little MAC palette, which has the Pro concealers in it, yes. So I'm gonna use the darker shades in here just because these are thicker, a lot better for coverage, but also the colors in here are slightly darker than my collection one, and I don't really want to highlight my pimple. I want to hide it as much as possible, and that's why we have 2 different ones. I'm gonna start with my chin. I'm gonna just take a little brush, dab it in the color. I'm mixing NC20 and NW20, and just pop it there, and there, and there, a bit there, basically all over my face by the look of it. And what I like to do with this as well, I like to bring it around my nose and a bit on the top, because my nose is the first place where my foundation tends to go. And then I take a beauty blender and pat it in Alright, after half an hour of concealing, we can move on to concealing the eyes. Again, with the Collection concealer. And we'll let that sit there for a second while I'm bronzing with a cream bronzer, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Beach Stick in the shade Ibiza. Yes. I'm gonna just bronze a little bit. I also like to put a dot there on my nose and a little bit down here. Now it might seem like a lot. I know it does. Once you blend it in, it's fine. To blend that bronzer in, I'm gonna go in with the foundation brush that I used. I'm doing a mixture of tapping and buffing motions. There we go, just gives me a little bit of something something. And I'm going back with the beauty blender and tap in that concealer. I feel like if I let the concealer to sit a little bit under my eyes, it just packs a bit more colour. So that's the reason why I'm doing that. Then I'm gonna go in with a cream blush before setting my face. Today I'm gonna use the Tom Ford cream cheek color in the shade Pink Sand. Now I'm not sure they still have it because this was a limited edition a couple of years ago in the summer, but it's just a nice sort of shiny pink shade. Also, Tom Ford is not cruelty free, so I just hope to use this up soon and get it out of my collection, because even though it's lovely, it's not worth torturing animals over. So again, I'm gonna go in with a little duo fiber brush. As you can see, it's already a bit pink because I used it with this blush before. So I'm gonna tap in a little bit, dot it on each cheek and blend. I like to start with a little, and you can always go back with more if you need to. But it's easier to build it up little by little than taking away if you're going with too much. Now I'm just going to lightly set my face with the NYX setting powder. This is the HD finishing powder. I'm just going to take a really fluffy brush and really just the lightest of dusting, because I don't want to take away all the work that we put into this lovely luminous finish before. Now that that's done, I'm still going to put in a little bit of a powder blush, which is this beautiful pinkish shade that goes perfectly well with the cream blush that we put on under. Again, this is a luminous finish like everything that I'm using today. This product is in my project pen currently on my blog. I'm going to link that below. I'm hoping to at least hit pen on this year. Should be lovely. And just gonna go over it with the big fluffy powder brush to sort of blend in a bit more. Finally got to the brows. For that I'm gonna use the Benefit medium browsings. So first let me comb them through. Found it. First I'm going to take an angled brush, dip it in the powder and run that through my brows. I have quite a lot of brows to start with, so it's just to give it a bit more depth. Nothing overly crazy, and to slightly shape them. There we go. And after they're shaped with the powder, I'm just gonna go in with another angled brush and take the waxy side of it just to make sure that my brows are not moving throughout the whole day. And as well, it just gives them a bit more texture, I feel like. And I like my brows to be full and bushy, as you can see. So obviously, if you want thinner brows, by all means do that. That's the brows done. Now we're gonna go back in the balm palette and put a tiniest bit of that light brown shade that we used earlier here, just to diffuse a little bit of that under my lower lash line, again to give my eyes a bit more definition without being too harsh. For that, I'm gonna use a tiny blending brush, pick up a little bit of color, not too much. Then I'm going to take another tiny blending brush and I'm going to take the shade Sassy this time. Actually, I will take Snazzy. I'm going to take Sassy and Snobby. I'm going to mix these two colours because I don't want it to be too cool, but I don't want it to be too gold yellow either. So I'm going to mix the two on my brush and put a bit of it in my inner corner. Also going to bring this on my brow bone. Now we can go with the mascara. I'm just trying to decide, should I do black or should I do blue? You know what? Let's go with blue. Why not? So I'm gonna use the Kiko, what is it called? The Kiko Smart Color Mascara. If I would go with the black, I would use my favorite, which is Too Faced Better Than Sex. But for color, we're gonna use the Kiko one today. And this really does pack a punch. I love this. Now I will say this takes a little bit of building up, but it really does give you a lovely colour. Again, let me zoom you in for a second. Can you see that colour? It's beautiful. Let's do the other eyes quickly. I'm in love with this mascara. It just goes so well with brown eyes. It really does complement them. Now, finishing touches, highlighter, lips, and then we're done. For my highlight, I'm gonna use, again, Iconic from the Balm, the Mary Luminizer. I'm trying to use this up and have some good progress in it, so we're gonna go with this today. It is beautiful. I feel like a lot of people tend to forget about this lately because we have so many amazing highlighters in the market, but this is still amazing. Other side. Now you might see that I sort of drag it downwards in my brush. It's because I like an all over glowy cheek. Perfect. We can move on to the lips. I'm gonna use two products on my lips today. One of them is the Sigma lip base in the shade Mirth. And then also Buxom lip gloss in the shade, does it have a name? Oh yeah, Kanani? Well, I'm gonna go with that. Let me take a bit of the lip balm off. There we go with the lips. It's a beautiful pinky red colour. I was trying to decide earlier. Whoops. Let me get that. There we go. So as I was saying, I was trying to decide between this one and also the Bobbi Brown Art Stick before, which is the shade Electric Pink as well. Really beautiful pinky colour. But I just went with the Sigma one because I haven't used this one that much. So I thought I can give that a go. And then let's put a bit of the Buxom lip gloss on top. There we go. That's the finished look. Something spring-like, really fresh. Just glossy all around. And it still gives you a pop of colour with the blue mascara and the lips. And just really glossy skin. I really like this. It's really easy. Now if I'm not talking through it and just really get on with it, I can get this done in about 15 minutes. It's really quick. And yes, that's it. So if you like this, I hope you're gonna subscribe to my channel, and I can see you soon in my next video. Thank you. Bye.